Okay, I'm making the second video of the day. So I've been watching a YouTube video called Watching the Snowstorm Outside the Window, and the sound of the fireplace helps you reduce stress. It's very soothing to watch this type of videos and listening to the sound of the fireplace. No matter I'm reading or doing research, most of the time I let it play in the background so I can hear the sound of the fireplace crackling away. And the snowstorm, sometimes some of the videos, they also generate the snowstorm research sound. Anyway, let's see. So speaking of spiritual warfare, it's like a sitcom. There are so many mini stories. Each story is each episode, and each episode has its own protagonist and antagonist. Of course, I'm the protagonist, but the other parties, the supporting actors and stuff like that. So definitely it's not funny, but I just take sitcom as a metaphor, as a symbolic to elaborate the situation that I'm in. This time it's less serious, it's less stressful, less tense. It's just annoying, purely annoying. In terms of dealing with Matrix people. But then, on the other hand, I'm dealing with the weather. The weather, I think they are attacking us by the weather. At the same time, by I think the what's that called? The wavelengths. Not necessarily from the FIV7 towers. I believe they can also emits out different vibrations by many different types of methods or channels, right? I think I'm dealing with that because it's like a silent war. It's really a silent war. It's not like I don't think this terminology is describing the silent war between nations. I think the silent war is most likely describing the spiritual warfare that they use undetectable weapons to attack us, and then spiritually we constantly fighting against them by the spirit of God, the Holy Spirit within us. So that's why we are so tired and we feel fatigue. Like it's 24/7. Even though when we're sleeping, we still battling against them spiritually. That's how I can elaborate and describe how I feel right now. It's been going on like that since the so-called snowstorm. Actually, it's not a snowstorm. Like all of a sudden, the weather changed to. They say it's extremely cold, but to me, it's just a normal winter weather. But anyway, a few weeks ago, so I believe almost a month now, like 3 weeks. Let's say 3 weeks. They're using that to attack us, partially via the weather. Yeah. Let's see. So we all know that this world is under the influence of Satan and the fallen angels. So the majority of them, of course, the Matrix people already are the followers of them. And no matter what, like dealing with the Matrix people, you can hardly win the game. You know, to me, it's a game. To them, they're playing games every single day, right? So to me, it's difficult to win the games because they are in the majority and we are in the minority. So we are surrounded totally. No matter how you try to avoid or duck and jump through hoops, you still need to confront them once a while. I'm surprised, but in a way, I'm not surprised that even the people that they work for the church, I don't know what their positions are. For many years, for like a long time, they still have not developed a spiritual gift that they can see through people, like we see through people by their spirit. They don't have that. So I think it's because they are not spiritually following Jesus and God, and they don't have the Holy Spirit dwell in them. They claim that they are Christians, they work for the church and everything, but they don't have that spiritual eyes to see. And they can't sense people's energy like we do. So it's really telling you what's going on, right? They are of the world, and God doesn't give them the gifts, and God sent out a grand illusion to deceive them, like in the Bible, in the end times. So last week, in one of my videos, I said that I had a dinner with a group of people. So, like one of the weekends, they are my neighbors, so they like to gather once a while in this, I don't know, situation that I am just in now. So my neighbors, they in the dinner time, we were all of a sudden the subject was the potion, okay, and I was the only one didn't have, right? So then, like I said, not older, is the old man. He, of course, he had all the boosters and everything, and then he was saying, "Oh, you better careful. If you like pass by a person of the sudden coughing and sneezing, you need to cover your mouth and nose. And I was joking. I was like, no, I cough it back. But anyway, so then he expressed that he was so scared of death, even though he's in his old age, okay? It's like in his 70s. And then the other guy, he worked for the church. I don't know his title, but he probably one of their leaders there. And he was afraid of death, right? Then he took the potion and I think 2 boosters, something like that, 2 or 3, I don't remember. I think it's 2. Then a few months ago, he had an episode. He had a heart attack, and then he went to the emergency room, and the doctor and then everybody in the emergency room thought that he wouldn't make it. So, but then he did make it. And then afterwards, when he went to see his doctor again, he asked the doctor, and then the doctor really bluntly told him that it's because of the potion. Okay, so that's why he had that heart attack. So now his doctor told him not to take any booster anymore. And actually, he did know the potion was harmful to the body, but he took it anyway because he saw so many people went to the hospital, and then he watched the news, and the news, of course, saying so many people die from, right? Not die from the potion. Of course, they wouldn't announce it. So that's why he was scared, and then that's why he took the potion and 2 boosters afterwards. But then one of his family members already told him not to take it, but he did anyway. So then during our dinner conversation, I told him, don't take it. You know, like I told him, your doctor was true, and your doctor, I was surprised that your doctor had the integrity to tell you the truth. Then he said, yeah, he felt so upset that he was just a one-time thing, that he felt like he had the need to take the booster. I mean, not the booster, the potion, and he was weak. He was so scared about the whole thing, and he didn't want to die. So now he regretted it, and he needed to do exercise on a regular basis to hopefully can strengthen his heart. But he already had 2 boosters. Okay, so anyway, so then it got me thinking, that person, he worked for the church as a leader, one of the leaders. His energy seemed calm, but then I could feel that there is some worldly energy in there still, you know. That is why it's lukewarm. That is the definition of lukewarm. I feel so sorry for him because clearly he's read the Bible, and he seems to be a follower of Jesus Christ, but I don't think it's 100%. I think it's a lukewarm. But look at this scenario. Look at this. The lukewarm and the Satan's followers, they live comfortably. They discuss like the news, like they know everything. They hate DT and all this. They say the global warming, and because they are of the world, so they can live comfortably in the end times right now. Because first of all, we are in the corrupted timeline. Second of all, that's worldly benefits, right? These earthly things that they have. Yeah, so I am actually exhausted. The other day I was reading the book of Proverbs, and I had to stop in the middle. I think it's chapter 20. I had to stop because all this right and wrong, the wrongs are rewarded in this world. The rights are the one that got blamed on and kicked out. So I felt like, we are really at the very last minute. So fingers crossed, hopefully it's this month.